The outskirts of Seattle were facing a night so cold nobody in their right mind would dare step outside. The story began because the father wasn't in his right mind. His house was cold, his life was bitter, and he was hopeless. Sadly, the alcohol didn't quite manage to make it go away as he wished it did. His little girl couldn't be possibly spared of that, could she? If she could, the bitter man was surely not doing anything to stop that. Instead, in the coldest of nights, he told her, "Go pay for your stay under this roof and sell these matches. If you come back empty handed, you know what's gonna happen to you." The father was drunk way beyond the point anyone can be reasoned with. All the girl had was the bad hand life has dealt her, and she did the only thing she could. The girl took the box of matches and left through the front door. The poor girl shivered as she walked the cold street. Maybe the neighbor on her left would be her first customer. She knocked on the door and got no response. Not that she hoped someone would answer anyway. As she held tighter to her thin clothes, she looked up, looking for the stars, and saw none, as the fog brought by the snow was immensely dense. As she could not look for a shooting star, she thought to herself she should make her own. The girl then opened her matchbox and lit a faint flame, and from that flame, magic. She saw with her own eyes a fireplace, one so big and so elegant that it would be a natural fit to a palace. The fire shined bright, and its warmth called for her soul, but then the thin flame ceased to be, and the fireplace ceased to be with it. The little girl tried to knock on the house across the street, the house of the cook. Sadly, no one came to the door this time either. She began to feel truly scared. Am I even gonna sell anything? She thought to herself. It's hard to say if it was hope or fear that led the girl to light up another match. And yet, from another faint flame, another wish magically coming to life. She saw a feast served on a big table and a welcoming lady asking for her to join them. The feast had a perfectly cooked duck and everything one could want from a New Year's Eve dinner. But again, just as these visions came, so quickly they went away. Now, the girl tried for the home of the wealthy man that lived up street. Again she knocked, again she got no response. She couldn't feel anything but despair with the thought that she couldn't return home empty-handed. She wished for a better home as she lit up yet another match. This time, looking through the window of the wealthy man's house, the magical flame brought to her eyes a room with a big Christmas tree. In the room, there were also children of her age, and they played with the new toys they just got from their father, that sits smiling in his chair in pure joy to be in the company of his kids. In a moment, The flames were there, in another they were not. The beautiful sight the girl had now vanished yet again. The girl had lost now all hope. Her brittle legs could no longer face the cold winds, and she fell on her side. On the ground she mustered the strength to light up another match, to wish for a better life. The flames now showed the little girl her beloved grandmother. The elderly lady had died earlier that year, but was now within arm's reach of her little granddaughter. The girl felt so much joy in seeing her and feeling the warmth of better days that she, with all the strength she had left, was determined to not let that vision go. She lit match after match to hold her grandmother's company for just a little longer until she ran out of matches. But unlike the flames, the cold winds did not cease and kept blowing and blowing until they froze the life away from that little girl. An old year went by, and with that year stayed her cold little life. In the new year that just started, she was not in the same place. Maybe she found peace in death, or God, or whatever void of existence. It was a cold night, the coldest of nights, in fact. The fire she needed wasn't there to bring light and warmth to her cold, cold life.